my friends, and welcome to Practice English with Paul once again. Today is a lesson in love, absolutely. If you are looking for some romance from somebody who doesn't share the same language as you and you need some nice expressions in English, I am here to help you find a bit of love. Now, I'm going to explain what these expressions mean and exactly how to use them. It's very important we use them correctly. Let's have a look. So, getting together. This is when you meet somebody for the first time and feelings begin to develop and get stronger. Let's have a look. So, you meet somebody, you want to maybe go to a restaurant with them, go to a cafe, go to the cinema, because you want to know them a little bit better. So, you ask the person on a date. So when you ask them on a date, you go on a date. So you go to the cafe, you're nervous, you're sitting down talking together, hoping for some action a little bit later. Action meaning holding hands, nothing dirty. And you've been dating for some time. I'll deal with the word dating a bit later. You've been dating for some time and you get on very well. This is a really nice phrasal verb, to get on well with someone. So you get on well with each other, you understand each other, you have a good relationship, you can talk easily to one another. Then you understand you have a lot in common with each other. So to have a lot in common, you like gardening, she likes gardening. You like horror movies, he likes horror movies. You have these interests in common, you share the same interests. Very, very nice word, to have something in common. I use this all the time in my English. Maybe you enjoy each other's company. So we know the word company is like a business, but here company can mean being with someone. You enjoy being in their company. Now, if you enjoy one's company, you like sitting with them, being with them, talking to them. You enjoy being together. It's a very sort of polite way to say to someone that you like them. So if you meet a boy or a girl, you want to be soft, not direct, but kind of around, like in an indirect way. You can say, I really enjoy your company. So it's like saying, I like you. A lovely idiom here, to get on like a house on fire. This is a fantastic expression. It means that you get on with each other extremely well. Like you get on perfectly, like, you know, you're supposed to be together. For example, when I was at university, I had some housemates and we got on like a house on fire. It was absolutely fantastic. Perfect friends. Now, this word fancy, it's a fantastic English word, quite informal. We use it all the time. I remember when I was at school, primary school, I think I was 8, and we used to write little letters and would give the letter to a girl, and in the letter it said, hello, I fancy you, do you fancy me? Tick yes box, no box, or not sure box. Usually the girls ticked no or not sure. I think not sure to be polite. So to fancy is like to say I like you quite a bit. Fancy also has another meaning. If you go to a cafe, I can say, oh, do you fancy tea or coffee? It's like, would you like? So that's the other meaning here. It's a very, very useful word. But here it's about relationships. I fancy you. Oh, do you know that Paul fancies her? Yeah. To fall for someone. This is stronger than to fancy. So you fancy someone first, and as you fancy someone, you like get on well, you have a lot in common, you enjoy each other's company, you get on like a house on fire, and then you fall for someone. It's like starting to love, that you have this very strong feeling for that person. And even stronger, to fall head over heels in love. So I can say, oh, I remember the day I fell head over heels in love with you. I had 10 beers, I'll never forget. It was fantastic. Okay, maybe that's a bit sarcastic, but it means to really start loving someone very deeply. Now, let's have a look at this side here. Do any of you believe in love at first sight? Personally, I do not. I don't believe love at first sight exists. Maybe you do, you have your opinion, I have mine. To be crazy about someone. This is a nice informal expression to mean that you like someone very, very much. For example, hey Peter, do you know that Natasha is crazy about you? She asks me about you all the time. She keeps on sending like SMSs asking about you. She draws pictures. She has thousands of pictures around her wall. She is crazy about you. This word here is a very interesting one. Infatuated. To be infatuated in, or I think we can say infatuated with someone. Infatuated is like, have you had that example in your life when you meet somebody and you think it's love at first sight, and you have the butterflies in your stomach, you have this really strong feelings around your body, you feel so positive and you think you are in love after 2 minutes. And a week later you forget about them. This is not love. This is like when you're 14 or 15 years old, you're infatuated with someone, or infatuated in someone. Like just a kind of unreasonable, maybe silly, sort of misunderstood love for someone. Okay, so a lot of people confuse infatuation and love. To be attracted to. To be attracted, fantastic word. A magnet, positive, negative, they attract each other. So imagine a man and a woman, they are attracted to each other. They like one another. We can have a very nice adjective, attractive. Attractive can mean beautiful. I find you very attractive. It's a very, very nice, polite word. So, to be quite rather keen on, and we have a synonym, fond of. I've put the intensifiers here, quite and rather, to make it more interesting. For example, I'm really keen on you. Do you know that Paul is really fond of you? This is a very soft and nice way of saying like. So it's not so direct, it's more indirect, but it's very, very polite. It's a very nice thing to say. So you say, excuse me, I'm really keen on you. Can I buy you a drink? Okay. Now, let's sort of differentiate the difference between date and to go out with someone. Now, to date is really sort of more American. We do use this in British English to go on a date. Or you can say, oh, me and Susan, we are dating at the moment. We are in a relationship. We are together. However, in British English, we usually say to go out with someone. Oh, I'm going out with Paul. It means I'm in a relationship with Paul. We are boyfriend and girlfriend. Okay? So, I hope that's useful for you. As usual, subscribe to this. I'm about to go on to the next section of relationship vocabulary. Let's do it.